look like I'm about to tell you guys why the detailing brand that pays me is better than the 400 others that are bottled and branded in the exact same factory, but that's not what we're doing today. We'll save that one for another day for sure. Today, we are going to be restoring the headlights and the turn signals from my 957 Cayenne in a very budget-friendly and I think effective way. Starting with the headlights, you can see they're super oxidized, especially around the edges. It's very yellow up there. It doesn't pick up the best on camera, but you're gonna have to trust me. 15-year-old plastic doesn't usually work out the best. This one, I tried to sand and polish it, and you can definitely see that it looks clearer, but there's still this pitting on the inside of the lenses. So what we're gonna do, pop off the lenses, apply new ones, PPF, and then ceramic coat them, and they should be good for a long period of time. I've never done this, but a friend that does it regularly is going to be helping me with the instructions, so I'm thinking it's going to go at least fairly smoothly. For the turn signals, we are going to do something that's pretty much entirely inspired by Mr. Colin himself. The king of the Cayenne, he built an orange one a while ago, and it had orange turn signals. Now, it's pretty common in the European market vehicles across every brand, but in North America, we got clear, which is fine. There's an orange bulb inside of it. What we want is orange. So what we're gonna do is take stained glass paint. It's extremely translucent, do a bunch of layers, and then after that, we should have a light that looks very similar to, say, the side marker on the bumper there. Once it's painted, we're gonna add clear coat to it. That way you don't have to PPF it. The clear coat should protect it. We'll ceramic coat it, and it should be good for a very long period of time. We're actually gonna start with these because I'm the most interested in changing the color. So let's get started. I gave these a quick sand and polish just to reduce the pitting that was on the front of the lens. It wasn't bad, but now it's like near perfect. I'd say 98% good. So I'm going to tape these up, give them an IPA wipe down, and we can start throwing down some of the orange paint and see what kind of color we can get out of them. That may have only looked like 5 clips, but that was actually 10 different coats of the stained glass paint, and they came out really good. There's like no texture at all, as opposed to like an actual automotive paint would get. When I clear them, they probably will. However, there's a couple drips, mainly on the side there, and then one on the front. So what I'm gonna do is let these cure until this evening, take a razor blade to them, knock it down a little bit, hit them with one more layer, and then I'm gonna let them cure overnight, and then I'll apply the clear coat tomorrow morning. In the meantime, while we're waiting for those to dry, I'm gonna start with the headlights. So the first step is gonna be to separate them. A lot of people are gonna think you need to use an oven, but you can actually just use a screwdriver, flathead, and some heat from a heat gun or a blow dryer on high. Headlight lens is now off. It wasn't that difficult, it just took a little bit of patience, making sure to not crack this channel anywhere. You can bend it, of course, so you're heating it up, but cracking it is where the problem happens because your butyl's gonna slip out and there's gonna be water seeping in. The main issue of headlights, of course, is moisture. So we don't want that. On the other headlight, I started removing and finished removing the permaseal. As you can see, this channel is now empty, meaning this one's ready to put in the new sealant product, which is going to be butyl. The old product is permaseal. We'll slap the lens in, seal it up. We still have to do this one. I did that one first just as a little bit of a test. It really does take some patience, and I'm talking like 2 hours per headlight, just because you want it entirely gone, because that's what's going to create the good seal. Once again, moisture is a problem, so to have the channel looking as clean as possible is ideal. So I'm going to speed through this, show you guys a couple clips. It's going to take me hours, but I'm only going to show you 30 seconds of it just to speed things up. And then we're going to grab our butyl product, lay it in there, and slap on some new lenses. That first light really did take like 2 hours minimum to get all the sealant out of the channel. This one was like 6 minutes. 2 strips was like 90% of it, then like a couple little odds and ends, but that one it was like chipping away little millimeters at a time. I don't know what happened, but very happy this one went this way because my fingers were really starting to hurt. Now I'm gonna clean up the chrome bezels within the headlight, throw in the butyl in the channel, slap in the new lens on each of them, let them cure for a bit. While they're curing, we'll spray the clear coat on the turn signals, slap these in the car, and then I'm gonna apply the PPF on the car. I just think it'll be easier so they're not kind of sliding around the table and whatnot. Once that's on, ceramic coat both lights, or all 4 lights I guess, And that's it. Pretty simple. The hardest thing took 6 minutes on this light and 2 hours on that light, so maybe if you guys are doing this, you'll luck out and it'll take 6 minutes on each of them and you'll be done this in a couple hours. passenger side light went in perfect. You can see the fitment all around it is even, and it looks sealed. That's what we want. What we don't want is this. So you can see that gap. It's probably only a few millimeters and most people might not mind, but it is a problem. So these headlights, they sit in a tray and there's a mechanism with a little bar that flips up to retain the headlight in place. On the driver's side, it broke. I'm not sure if it was when I was taking it out or if it was already broken, but it is broken. I ordered a new tray. It was like 40 bucks, hoping it would come super quick, but it didn't. So I'm not gonna PPF these until that comes in, just because I don't want to have to take them out again and risk messing up the edges and whatnot. So I'm gonna wait. In the meantime, I'm just gonna ceramic coat the headlights and the turn signals. That's just gonna help them stay as clear as possible. These aren't OEM lenses, those are impossible to get. So I just am a little bit worried. They're injection molded plastic, straight from China, which doesn't usually have the best rep for staying clear super long. So we're gonna throw some Geon Mose 2, Evo 2 on the headlights. It's the same coating that's on the paint and the rack actually. So that should keep these looking clear for as long as possible, or at least until I do end up PPFing them.